So, you've done the hard work, you've passed the exams, and you've got your New York producer license. That's a huge deal. But what happens now? Keeping that license can feel like you're navigating a maze, right? Well, that's what we're going to tackle today. We're going to give you the map and turn all that complex compliance stuff into a clear, simple guide to protect your career.
I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, doesn't it? An email address? But the answer is yes, it absolutely could. We're starting with this question because it perfectly shows how even the smallest little oversights can have massive, and I mean massive, consequences. Let's make sure that never, ever happens to you. All right, let's dive into the most fundamental part of all this, the 30-day reporting rules. The best way to think about this is like basic professional housekeeping. It's the simple, non-negotiable stuff that keeps your license in good standing with the Department of Financial Services.
Okay, if you only remember one thing from this whole section, make it this number, 30. 30 days. That is your magic window to let the superintendent know about some key changes in your life. It's a hard deadline, and trust me, you do not want to miss it.
So what exactly starts this 30-day clock? Well, it covers a really wide range. It could be something as simple as changing your business address, or your home address, or yes, even just your email address. But it also covers much heavier things, like if another state takes administrative action against you, or any criminal prosecutions. And here's a big one. You have a duty to report any transaction you even suspect is fraudulent. The bottom line is, you've got to stay on top of this stuff and report it fast.
But what happens if you miss a deadline, or maybe a complaint gets filed against you? That's when you might find yourself in the disciplinary hearing process. Now, I know that sounds super intimidating, but understanding how it works makes it so much more manageable. So let's break it down.
The whole thing is actually really structured. It kicks off with a notice of hearing, which lays out the charges and gives you at least 10 days to get ready. Then comes the hearing itself. That's your chance to tell your side of the story, either by yourself or with a lawyer. After that, the person who ran the hearing reports their findings to the superintendent, who then makes the final decision. That could be anything up to a cease and desist order.
So what are those final decisions? What are the actual consequences we're talking about here? Well, they can range from fines all the way up to getting your license suspended or completely revoked. It really all depends on how serious the violation is.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. There's a huge difference between a standard violation, maybe an honest mistake, and a willful one. A standard slip-up could cost you up to $500. But if they find you did it on purpose, that it was willful, that penalty doubles to $1,000. Intent is everything here.
And this is a really critical point. Getting a fine is one thing, but ignoring it is a whole different ballgame. If you don't pay that fine within that 20 to 30-day window, things can escalate fast. We're talking straight to a suspension or even having your license revoked. Don't let it get to that point.
Revocation is the nuclear option, right? It's reserved for the most serious offenses. Things like straight up lying on your application, committing fraud, showing you're incompetent or untrustworthy, or getting convicted of a felony. Basically, anything that completely shatters the trust that's essential for being an insurance producer is on this list.
And a revocation, man, it has a long tail. It's not just that you lose your license right now. It means you are completely barred from getting another one for a full year. That is a massive blow to your career and your ability to earn a living.
Okay, let's zoom in on one of the biggest violations, fraud. As a producer, you're actually wearing two hats here. Your first job is to act with total integrity yourself, and your second job is to be a gatekeeper, to help prevent and report fraudulent acts when you see them happening.
And look, this isn't some secret rule buried in a rule book. You've seen this. This exact warning is printed right there on the commercial and health insurance applications you handle every single day. It's a constant reminder that fraud isn't just breaking a rule, it's a crime.
And the financial hit is severe. Forget the criminal side for a second. The superintendent can hit you with a civil penalty of up to $5,000, plus the entire value of the fraudulent claim. You can see how those numbers could get huge really, really quickly.
All right, finally, let's talk about one of your most important jobs, protecting your client's privacy. This isn't just about being a good person, it's the law. It really boils down to three key things. First, you've got to give clients a notice every year about your information practices. Second, you always have to get a signed form before you share their private info, no exceptions. And third, you have to let applicants know before you run one of those investigative consumer reports. Following these steps doesn't just protect your clients, it protects you.
So, we end up right back where we started, with a question. Your license isn't just a piece of paper, is it? It's your livelihood. It's the foundation of your entire career. Everything we talked about today, from updating a simple email address to spotting fraud, it's all designed to help you protect that foundation. The real question is, are you giving it the attention it truly deserves?